Hey guys, Hyman here, and we're going to continue our Professor McGonagall storyline. So, Professor, you wanted to play some more chess, some more of our game before we did our interview? I know it's progress, so how am I doing? I must say, I'm surprised by your most recent move. Why? That was to be my question. You moved your rook, then clearly just sacrificed your pawn, did you not? Perhaps I did, but I've learned sometimes it takes sacrifice to get what you want. What exactly do you want in this moment? To nurture our relationship. What I want is to nurture our relationship over this game of wizard chess. A kind goal, and a worthy one. I applaud you for coming right out and saying it. I'm so pleased. Though I'm still perplexed, is your strategy to learn more about me? Because that would be quite disappointing. I thought it might help you share a bit more if you were winning. But should have remembered Madam Hooch saying you quite enjoy honest competition as well. I see you've been talking about me with my peers, and possibly even using information you've learned from them to guide you in our game. It's true, but I can explain. I think that would be best. Ooh, fun times. You certainly have been busy. You were quite the student yourself when you were in school here. Professor Sprout explained what good friends you are. Professor Quirrell related his experience with you as a student. I very much value all my relationships at Hogwarts. I've been talking to your peers as research for the presentation. My esteemed colleagues are all deserving of recognition. Use some of your cleverness to focus on the task at hand. You certainly have... Okay, we're back to this. Madam Hooch talked about you as a young Quidditch player. It's been a pleasure to get extra time with other teachers as well as yourself. And we caught up to where we were. So you see, I only talk to your peers and friends as a way to get to know you. But I learned quite a bit. It's wise to get to know your opponent. I'm just trying so hard not to disappoint you, Professor. Then play honestly and wisely, and I assure you I want to see you do your best always. But you spend a lot of time worrying about what's to come. Think about your brother, chasing curses, making foolish mistakes in the game we're playing here and now because you're worried about our next interview. I suppose you're right about that. It seems silly. I'm glad you agree. The best way to learn is to focus on the present, rather than getting caught in the past or what's to come. By doing that today, you've put yourself in a corner in our game. Blimey, I hope I can get out of it. Fret not, there's always a path forward, and I'm quite enjoying our talks. But the way to earn my respect is to show me you respect the game. No more needless sacrifice. I understand. Thank you, Professor. Promise me you'll do your best. Consider your next move wisely, and we'll talk again soon. Alright, I think I need to focus on this now. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and skip on through. Learn from Snape. I'm telling you, Penny, it's like Professor McGonagall knows something about everything. When we're playing chess, it's like she can read my every move. She's just so wise and magical. She's both those things, Hunter. You knew that before you even started the teacher appreciation interview. And I'm still not sure what I'll say in my presentation, but it has to be good, as she's the special honoree. Well, you're definitely making progress by interviewing the teachers and playing wizard's chess with McGonagall. Didn't she tell you that getting to know your opponent is a good strategy? Well, that's exactly what you're doing. You're right, Penny, but McGonagall also told me I have trouble staying present. Wise words indeed, Gray. So why don't you focus on the task at hand, which is reviewing your Wiggenweld potion? Professor Snape, I feel like you always somehow sneak up on me. How could I sneak up in my own classroom? Unless, of course, your head was somewhere else, like Professor McGonagall suggested. Yes, Professor. The potion, Gray. Need I remind you, the last time you made the concoction, it was merely passable. Professor Snape's got a point, so let's focus on the present like Professor McGonagall suggested. All right, Penny, let's review this potion. Seems stupid. Okay. We need to add salamander blood to the poison turned red. Okie dokie, suggest. The potion should turn many colors if I remember correctly. I've got the boomberry juice. Don't forget to stay present, Hunter. I just want to get to my next interview with Professor McGonagall. Stop hemming and hawing, Gray, and get on with it. Every time I use honey water, I'm tempted to taste it. Makes sense. Okay, the brew is done. Now we just have to wait for it to cool and then the potion is ready. Are you sure it's supposed to turn that turquoise color at the end? Absolutely. Are you questioning my potion making, Hunter? I'm just worried that much like I've almost botched potions in the past. I could be botching the game of wizard's chess I'm playing with Professor McGonagall. I just don't want to disappoint her in the game or the presentation. What Minerva McGonagall respects more than anything is people who don't quit. She and I have that in common. I see that, Professor. She deserves to be properly honored at the Teacher Appreciation Feast, unless you fail her by giving up. Is that what you are, Gray, a failure? I don't want to say I might be messing up, but I also don't no, I'm a winner, but let's go. No, I'm a winner. No way. I'm a winner, Professor Snape. I'll do my best for Professor McGonagall at the presentation. And in our chess game. That remains to be seen. But in the meantime, may I suggest you stop whining and wallowing and rise to the occasion, else you disappoint us all at the Teacher Appreciation Celebration. Well, that sounded like a threat. Professor Snape can be a bit gruff, but maybe you can use his words to embolden you to do your best in your presentation. As well as in the wizard chess game. Playing should be fun, not scary. You're right, it is fun. I'm lucky to even get to play with Professor McGonagall. No other student has that chance. Exactly, I bet Professor McGonagall believes in you. And so do I. And I just thought of someone I believe in who could have the answers I need. Who? The headmaster. I'm headed to see Professor Dumbledore next. Duh. I think where I would have gone first. Okay, it looks like I finished part 2, so I'm currently going on part 3 here, so I'm making progress. Talk to Dumbledore. Thank you for agreeing to see me on short notice, Headmaster. Your note came at an opportune time. I have been meaning to call you in myself. Oh, really? I've been hearing interesting rumors about you and your activities lately. I have some opinions about them. Activities, sir? Yes, you've been very busy, so I felt it was time we talked. Do you have any idea what about? I'm assuming the cursed vaults. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with my search for the cursed vaults. Fortunately, it does not. We've already had that discussion, and I warned you about the impact your choice to pursue the vaults has made. You should focus on your studies. and your teacher appreciation presentation on Professor McGonagall. Brilliant, because that's exactly why I asked to speak with you. I'm glad to hear it. Proceed. I've been thinking that to really honor Professor McGonagall at the teacher appreciation celebration, that I needed to talk to the people who know her best. So I've been interviewing her friends and peers. I admit, I've heard about your pursuit of information about our esteemed honoree, and I'm happy to hear you've been doing your homework. It's why I wanted to call you here as well, to commend you. I'm glad, because as headmaster, you're at the top of the list of people I need to talk to. After all, you've known her the longest. It's true, I do have a unique insight into Professor McGonagall. And aside from having that privilege to work with her these many years, I also had the honor of teaching her in her own time as a student here at Hogwarts. I've heard so many great and interesting things about the professor so far, but I really want to know what makes her special to you, Headmaster. Then let's begin. Helping you to further appreciate Professor McGonagall would be my pleasure. And doing this next time.